Hey guys,
What's up?
we're just going to be here for a little bit answering all your questions that you might have about our new program, the email ignition formula, and just celebrating and kicking back and enjoying a nice weekend. And yeah, just can't wait to see who shows up and happy to ask any questions, answer any questions that you have. And yeah. Hey Matt, what's up, man?
Hey, what's
Welcome.
up, Matt?
Thanks for joining.
Al,
How you doing, Al?
how's it going?
We're just answering questions here. We're talking about email, talking about our new program, business, life. Went to a really cool mastermind yesterday and learned a ton of cool stuff about how we structure our time and how to be more successful. And yeah, feel free to ask any questions. You know, what are some of the common questions that we've been getting? I guess I'll just start rattling them off since not everybody could be here to ask all their questions. One, people asking, how long is the program going to be when I join? So for those people wondering, how long is the program going to be? We're going to start doing the live classes on Monday. That would be, is Monday the 20th? The 19th.
Yeah.
Excuse me. We're going to start doing that on Monday the 19th. We're going to go for about 2 weeks, but we're going to be running into Thanksgiving in the middle, so we'll take a break. You know, everybody can do their thing for the holidays. And by the end of that 2 weeks, we will have recorded all these live classes. And yeah, you'll have access forever. If you miss any of them, you know, no big deal. This is the first time that we've taught this material, so we're going to teach it to you live and tailor it to all your questions and all your experience. Hey, Patrick, what's up?
What's up, Patrick?
Al's asking, is there an affiliate program for your course? Not yet, but probably in the future. We'll definitely hook you up.
That'll be fun.
We just launched this course, so first thing, we got to deliver what we promised and make sure that it's a really good course, and then you can totally be our affiliate. Thanks for asking. Are we on YouTube yet, or is it still waiting?
I think so.
Hey, YouTube.
It says we're streaming, but
Cool.
let me look on the inside.
So yeah, for those of you joining, we just launched this program. We're going to start on Monday the 19th. And from there, there's just going to be a flood of videos coming in, training on how to set everything up, how to follow this formula. It's the first time we've ever taught it, so we're just laying it all down in the best way possible. Hey, what's up? Welcome. You got to tell us what we should call you. What's your nickname? I'm so sorry, I don't know how to say your name. What's your nickname?
Looks fun, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. What are some other things people have asked?
I was looking at the wrong screen.
Hey. We are live. Redneck Reviews. Viking Marketer. What's up, guys? YouTube's faster than Facebook. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Let me go grab my laptop. I have a lot of questions that people are asking.
All right. Hey, what's up, Vincent? Viking Marketer. I think you're on both.
So, all the questions that people are asking about the program so far. How long will it be? Hey, Vincent, what's up, man? Tassi.
It's going good?
Thanks, Tassi. Welcome. Thanks for being here.
Oh, thanks for the explanation.
Yeah. So, how long will the program be? About 2 weeks, like I said. In between, we're going to take a break for Thanksgiving. But you're going to have access to this stuff forever. It's just because it's the first time we've taught it. We're laying it all out, you know, on the fly. And when does it start? Monday the 19th. So the program's still live. You can still join up until tomorrow night. And then we're going to close the doors for accepting new people and just start teaching it and start going with everybody that's already joined. And we're really excited. Thanks to everyone that's joined already. We can't wait to teach you everything we know. Will there be a private group for paid members? Yes. we're going to do that just so that we can all have a conversation in between the live trainings. We want to hear like what's missing. What else do you need? What else do you need? What specifically applying to your business do you need? Vincent, mentorship. Yeah, absolutely. This is a personal kind of program. So you'll be creating the program with us. And well, like we were saying last night, we're really highly invested in your success. Because it's the first time we've created this program, so we need to make sure that you get results from it and you get success. And I'd say there'll be personal mentorship for at least 3 months after we launch this, so that you have time to take the material and go through it at your own pace. And you're gonna run into snags and problems in your business. Everybody does. So we want to hear what those are and help you get past them, so that you can get this whole blueprint down and have it working for you. Will I get access forever? Yes. So we can't promise to give personal support forever because, you know, we're trying to grow a big business and leverage our time. But we definitely will give you guys access to the training forever, including anything we add to it in the future. So if you buy in now, we'll create this program around your needs and what you want. But in the future, we'll continue to add new material to this as it evolves, and you'll have access to all of that forever. Do you guys share your numbers in your business? Oh, I'm guessing you mean like sales figures? Yeah, we can show you some. There's some stuff that that we do for our clients that I don't feel comfortable sharing. You know, that would be a breach of confidence. But any sales figures I've done personally, I'm happy to show you guys. And you know, that can be really enlightening too for somebody just starting to see like, how do you go from investing this much in an ad or growing your list to what's it worth? How are you making this money? I'll show you what I can. A lot of my experience comes from working for other clients, and it's not my business, and so I definitely can't share that with you. That would be against my my contract. Let's see. Tassi, don't know anything or any experience whatsoever, just military my whole life. That's amazing. Let us know where you're at. Like, you know, obviously you don't know anything. But yeah, to speak to that, Tassi, and to anyone else that's watching that's, you know, a beginner, I don't know anything at all, that's where we're starting the course. If you've never heard of email marketing till today, all you need to do is show up on the first day when we do our training, and we're going to give you we're going to walk you through tutorials, like what buttons you need to push, how to set all this up, all the nitty gritty tech stuff. There'll be videos on that. But also, what are you applying this for? Like, what's the system? You know, what pieces do you need to put in place, in what order? What stuff do you need to avoid if you're a beginner? There's a lot of stuff you don't need that you can waste your time on. All the stuff that we've kind of figured out over the years, and we can just streamline for you and say, you need this piece, this piece, and this piece, and here's how you set it up. Go do it. Let us know when you get stuck, and we'll help you. And yeah, I guess for beginners, that'll be choosing whether you want to be an affiliate or sell your own stuff, choosing what niche you're going to be in, choosing where you're going to find your free traffic, all that stuff we're going to help you with. Patrick says, I can't figure out if I should watch on YouTube or here.
Either way is good.
Whatever works for you, man. We're just speaking to both audiences. I know there's some overlap here. Vincent, cool, thanks. Thank you, man. I really hope to see you inside the program. I know it'll work for you. Alfred, what's up, man?
Hey, Alfred.
How you doing? I've been following Alex Becker for years, and he always preached email marketing. Always kind of ignored it until these last 4 years. Yeah, we've learned a lot from Alex Becker. He's a really smart guy.
Seriously, Alex Becker, like, changed, like, he's probably the person that got me to start this whole new venture where, like, you know, I built like the Bing Ads Bootcamp and the Nomad Brad, my YouTube channel, and now Rebel Fortune with Connor.
Right.
All really started from Alex Becker. I mean, I was just like browsing around on YouTube, started watching his videos, and yeah, he started teaching me. Like, I knew about email marketing, like I'd done it at a very high level for very successful companies, but he's just so good at teaching. I mean, he's just awesome at breaking it down to like the simplest elements. And yeah, so I've learned a lot from him. I've bought many of his courses. I hope to buy more. Like I love his training. So
definitely, I think he might have a little different style than us too.
Definitely.
So if you've been through his training, we're not going to cover the exact same things.
Yeah.
We kind of have developed our own system here. Richard says, "Hey, I like Brad's T-shirt. Yours not so much." Well, it was in the dirty laundry, but just for you guys, I'll put it on.
Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
getting a show.
Oh yeah. Hangover today. I will wear my dirty laundry just for you guys.
Yeah, Viking marketer Alex Becker is a crazy mofo, but he's a genius. He's really awesome. Definitely has a much more like kind of abrasive style of at least speaking, but
Yeah, it's
his
alright.
teaching is amazing. It's incredible.
Yeah, he's really good at teaching to beginners, I think. Something that we're getting better and better at. Just teaching to people that have no idea what they're even doing. Where do I even start? He's good at taking stuff that's really complicated and making it like really accessible and available. Richard says my wife just fainted. I'm so sorry. I hope she's okay.
We had another comment up there.
Oh yeah.
Oh no.
He's just said Roger.
Vincent.
That. Yeah. Following Alex Becker. Yeah. Alfred. What up, Alfred? How you doing, man? Let us know if you have any questions. Tassi was just saying Roger that because Tassi's a beginner, doesn't know where to start. I was just saying, if you're a beginner and you have no idea what you're doing, like we have got your back. We know what it's like to be a beginner. We know what it's like to hear about all these people making money online, but you're so overwhelmed. That's probably the biggest thing for a beginner is overwhelm.
Yeah.
What do I even... It's not like you don't know what to do. It's like there's 20 different things you should do, and you don't know what's the right one or the right order. We got that down.
I think we should actually talk about what we learned in that mastermind yesterday at some point today.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool to share on focus and on planning things.
Yeah. We've learned a lot in the last day. We went to this really high-level mastermind with our friend. It's run by our friend Adam Lyons. Check him out if you get a chance. It's Psychology Hacker.
Yeah.
So if you just look up, he's got a great Facebook group. It's called Psychology Hacker. He's on YouTube as well as... Is he that, or is he just his name, Adam Lyons?
I don't know. He's been on the internet for a long time. He's kind of like internet famous.
He's a good friend of ours, and he included us in one of his private mastermind meetings yesterday. And one thing that we learned that's definitely really crucial for beginners in any kind of business is how you structure your time. You know, in the beginning, we wasted a lot of time on little stuff and hustle and grind. Not that you shouldn't work hard, but there are certain things you need to work hard on, and there's a lot of things you need to ignore. And we found a lot of value in what we learned yesterday about structuring time, as in, well, this is the first time I've ever heard anyone say this in business, that he specifically structures time to stop working and go have fun. Not like I'm too tired now, I can't work, so I guess I'll go like lay down or watch TV, but like he's extremely hardworking when he's working, and then he stops at like 2 p.m. or 1 p.m. and it's like, for the rest of the day, I'm going to do what I want to do, and it's not work. And I'm not going to feel guilty that I'm not working. I'm just going to go have fun, and then by the time I get back to work tomorrow, I'll be really looking forward to it. And he has this really extreme view of both things, where most people that we've learned from in the entrepreneurial space have always been like, you got to work on weekends. You got to get up earlier than everyone else. You got to stay up later. You got to hustle and grind. And I guess you do if you're really broke and you've got nothing. Like that's kind of the phase you got to go through. But once you can pay your bills at least, and you're not like, you don't want to struggle like that forever. I found it really valuable to hear somebody that's very successful, you know, like a millionaire 10 times over, say to us like, you got to stop working so hard. You got to go like deliberately plan fun into your schedule. You got to reward yourself for little victories that you have. So after you really crush it, and like, let's say you guys take our program and you set up your first email marketing machine and you get like your first subscriber, we're going to celebrate that. I know it's not much, but the first thing that the first win that you get, you really want to celebrate and reward yourself and keep that positive momentum and motivation going. And it's something that I just haven't been good at in the past, and I'm committed to being much better at right now. Is I tend to be workaholic and just get up early, sit on my laptop, work all day, and then by the time I'm so tired, I'm done working, I guess I'll like motivation goes down, life starts to feel like a grind, it's not as enjoyable, and yeah, it's kind of like waiting to start living until after you've made such and such money, which is kind of an illusion. So I had never heard someone really successful say, you got to stop working. You know, if you wake up at 8, stop working at 1. And don't allow yourself to work again until the next time you're supposed to work. And in the meantime, do what you want and don't feel guilty about it. Anyways, I hope that makes sense. This is really changing our our point of view on business, which is really important as an entrepreneur. We work for ourselves. We don't have an office or a boss, so that we have to create our own structure because it's not given to us. So we're learning new ways to do that. They're pretty fun. Got some questions. Vincent, in my affiliate funnel, should I wait 1 or 2 days between emails? I'd mail every day. And once you find something that's working, I might even step it up to twice a day. But we can talk about that more. Step 1, just get an offer that's working and see that it converts and that people like it, and maybe write 20 emails for 20 days and figure out which angles and which types of emails are working best for this offer. Look at the data, see how it's going, and then take your top 10 emails or so and just line them up. And really quick answer, just every day at least. I learned a lot of that stuff from Sam Ovens. Check him out. I just found out about him recently. He's a really smart guy. I was watching some of his videos. He talks about this a lot too. We've read this book called The One Thing. If you haven't checked that out, that's a really good book that's changed our viewpoint tremendously. It's not about working hard on everything. It's about identifying the one thing that if you get this done, if you nail this one thing, everything else on your list of to-do things, everything else becomes easier or totally unnecessary.
We actually made a video about it. I'll link it in the YouTube live chat.
We did. Patrick, I've heard about that. Just don't get into debt celebrating. Even most people with regular jobs don't turn off from work anymore. Man, you're so right. No celebration, but I was like, hey, I'm not in debt anymore. This is a big milestone. Let's go celebrate it. And it was just about doing things deliberately, planning for, hey, okay, when I get X, Y, and Z done, like when we finish delivering the email ignition formula and it's all done and everything's along the way, like your first subscriber, your first 100, your first 1,000, those are really important milestones to celebrate, to keep you motivated so that you keep on doing the right actions and keep on getting the results. Where there's a real weird gray area in the beginning of starting a new venture where you don't have any results yet, but if you just keep taking the right actions that they will come. But the longer it takes to see that, the harder it is to stay motivated. It's like, having that leap of faith that, okay, I know this is going to work. Connor and Brad said it would work. Alex Becker said it would work. Whoever else I've learned from said it would work, but it's not working yet. So how long do I have to keep going before I see the results? So we try to celebrate every positive result because it gets us through that mental gray area of, let's see, Vincent, I recently asked about copywriting books and got those books. Awesome.
Nice.
Dude, you're so motivated. I love it. Like,
you're like on the warpath.
Yeah, he really is. You're just crushing it, man. Like, you get good info, you use it, you execute it,
You've been sharing a lot in the group. Really appreciate that.
Like, I want to celebrate you for that. That's really cool. So you got the books. But aside from those books, what books did you read that helped you become more successful in your life?
Ooh, I love that question.
He's going through that phase right now, too. I get it, man. Like, we've been there. Let's see. Well, probably just for business and life, like the 10X Rule by Grant Cardone.
Best book.
That's a really popular one, and it's really good. Anything by Grant Cardone, I suggest you get the audio because he reads it himself, and his way of speaking is just so powerful. He's a great speaker. He's got a lot of enthusiasm. There's a lot of belief behind what he's saying. And that changed that. And I'm really into sales. So he has one called the Closer's Guide. What was it? Just like his guide to closing. He's got like a whole list of sales closes to use. But the beginning of that book is like his philosophy about it. And I thought it was amazing. Let's see. As far as just life goes, what are some books that you've read about life?
I spent about a year reading. I read almost 100 nonfiction books in a year, mostly about psychology and our mind and memory, because I was creating a memory improvement product. So I found a lot of really cool books. Actually, a really amazing resource if you don't know about it. If you're really into like self-improvement type nonfiction books. And he'll usually cut it down to about 20 minutes or so, and it's just really, really good. And over the years, he's been doing it now for like 10 years, so he has accumulated these, all these philosophies. He's a little kind of like a spiritual type guy, but he's also a very successful entrepreneur. He had built a multi-million-dollar business by the time he was like 24 or something. So, but he tends to go into the more like spiritual realm. But his summaries of self-help books are really awesome. If you just go onto his YouTube channel, Brian Johnson, you can get all these great summaries of really cool books. So I did that as well while I was reading all these books. Anyways, I really like this one called Mindset by Carol Dweck. She's a psychologist, and basically like whether you think it's like entity versus I can't remember the other one. So basically, do you think that you have like natural talents and you're naturally talented toward or away from things? Or do you realize that, you know, anything essentially can be learned and you just have to like when I was in school, I always saw it like if I kind of stopped doing math because when I hit the point in math where it was hard, it's wrong. I'm bad. I thought I was a smart person and now suddenly I don't get math. And so I just gave up on math. But there's another mindset that Carol Dweck talks about in this book that generally just successful and happy people have, which is the incremental mindset. And when it's difficult and when I bump into a challenge, that just means that I'm at, you know, a challenge and I need to learn how to overcome it. So that's like two really fundamental mindsets that people have, but a lot of people are stuck in the entity mindset. Where dense psychology. I love psychology. I'm super into it. Anyways, Mindset by Carol Dweck. It maybe some people would be like, yeah, of course you have to work really hard and get through obstacles, and of course you're not born, you know, talented or whatever. But I didn't get that. I was like, fuck. If I ever messed up at something, I just felt like I was a failure. So it's a big book for me.
Hell yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Let's see. Vincent says, Uncle G, that's Grant. Read all his books.
Ooh.
Actually got tons that I've read. Hundreds of them, but I'm always trying to learn. I'm super into psychology, influence, the brain. I'm reading Robert Greene, The Laws of Human Nature now. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Robert Greene is the shit. He says, "Thank you. I'll put Mindset out of my closet and dust it off." Yeah, man. I just grabbed a pile of books that I was talking about. This one's really awesome. You probably read it if you've got all the Grant Cardone stuff. This one's really cool. If you haven't checked this book out, it's called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Which
That's
is
pretty good.
A great title. Just a cool book about like life and
Let me see if I have
philosophy.
We're literally getting a bookshelf.
I think it's like a sexied up version of like Zen Stoicism, which is like a cool philosophy. This one, not a lot of people know about this. Stephen King has an autobiography. It's called On Writing, and it's also just half of it is life story and half of it's like his advice to people that want to be writers. But I just read this not just as someone who's a writer, but somebody who just wants to be a professional at something. He has a really, really great attitude about being a professional, like showing up every day, working on the right things, even when it's not sexy or not like glamorous. I forget what he said. There's a lot of, and he's just such a good writer that like there's so many gems in this book about life and business and working, and like it's just awesome. And I'm a big Stephen King fan, so like anything he writes. Like, he's probably one of the greatest writers, the greatest living writers ever.
This is a good one. Actually, Matt / Redneck Reviews just reminded me of how awesome this book is. Both Connor and I have read it.
Yeah.
The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really good for when you feel kind of like in a rut. It's really good to reread it and be like, oh yeah, everybody who's trying to do something in this world, you know, something you like. By being here, you're saying that you're willing to actually try. Like you're actually willing process of called resistance, where you hit like you don't know for sure if it's gonna work, but you know you have to like push through a few more steps. This book is really great for that.
Yeah, looks like he's read that one too. You've read everything, man.
Hey,
tell us one.
It's a great sign.
Like. I bet this is one you might not have read. I'm just gonna share one more, and then we'll take some more questions. I think we're getting. This one was just great for us too. The Entrepreneur's Guide to Getting Your Shit Together. It's
really
by
good.
John Carlton, who's like an old school, very famous copywriter. He's a big deal. But it's not really about copywriting. It's just about, well, pretty much what it says. Getting your shit together as an entrepreneur, like getting through that phase of like, what do I do with my time? What am I here for? What am I working on? And it's just beautifully written. He's a great writer. Did we miss one? Patrick says, so capitalist Buddhist. Is that who you were talking about earlier? Capitalist Buddhist? One of the books that we said.
I don't know.
Okay. I think so. It sounds like it.
I think you were talking about Zen,
Yeah.
repackaged Zen something.
Yeah. I think so.
Redneck Review says Sell or Be Sold, Grant Cardone. Yes.
Yes.
You told me about that book. That was really good.
I've come to a point where I finally came out of that rut. It took thousands of videos, hundreds of books.
Yep.
I had to totally rewire my brain for success because I was brainwashed for mediocrity. So yeah, books are the shit.
Yeah, they are.
Absolutely, man. It's pretty cool that we can, like, for $10 get somebody's life lessons or on business or life or anything, and actually take it and use it, you know?
YouTube chat is just like talking about different stuff. Talking
Cool.
about Instagram.
Improving memory.
Yeah, because I talked about how I studied
Right,
improving my memory. So
right.
I just said I'd give him. If anybody wants a memory improvement program, I built one a
Sure.
few years ago. I will just give it to you if you want.
Was somebody asking about email subscribers?
So we're talking about Instagram or Facebook to build a list. I said Facebook, go check out our wildfire method video. But then, sorry, I don't exactly know how to say your name, but Samishka said that they have like 10,000 people on Instagram, and then Freedom
nice.
Hustle was like, okay, cool, yeah, I've got a lot. I got like 5,000 as well. And then Samishka was like, no, there's actually 10,000 email subscribers.
Oh,
from
that's
Instagram.
awesome.
So you
Hell
should
yeah.
definitely use Instagram.
Yeah.
If you're that good at Instagram, you got a great thing going.
Yeah, we could probably learn some tips from you.
Yeah.
We've messed around with Instagram, but we're trying to just focus on, not too many things at once. So we're doing Facebook, but yeah, Instagram's huge right now, especially for certain niches. We'd love to hear more. That sounds awesome. It's a lot of subscribers to get.
Great job, by the way. That's really impressive.
Yeah, well done. Is that from Instagram?
Oh, shoot. You were asking if that was from Instagram?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm getting confused by the
Yeah.
conversation. Feel free to chat amongst yourselves.
We're just a little bit lost.
Yeah, that's okay.
But yes, Instagram works, and so does Facebook. Just gotta focus. You read Influence by Robert Cialdini. Yeah, that's a classic.
Yep.
Absolutely a classic. I like a lot of sales stuff is influenced by that type of material. Let's see. Let's talk about more about the product here for guys that are interested.
And girls.
And girls, sorry, for people that are interested. Is this beginner friendly? Absolutely. If you're not a beginner, if you already know, like you've had some success, a few people that have joined already have started building lists. They've already got some success. This is for anyone. So we're on the more advanced side. So we're going to start with beginners and help beginners. But if you're on the more advanced side, we definitely want to help you take what's working and like streamline it and scale it and make it really, really killer. Is this a good fit for affiliate marketers? Absolutely. I'd say at least half the people in our group right now are affiliate marketers. We are too. We sell our own products and affiliate products. So we've got both sides of the fence. We've also sold a lot of coaching over the phone for different businesses. And we use email to drive leads to the phone. So people that are running that type of business, we got you. Let's see. And yeah, we want to help people that are also have like a brick and mortar real world business, not online, but they're using email to get people in the door. Let's see. I've gotten good success today from watching your free traffic video. I got 100 new leads
Dude,
today. From one
hell
post on
yes.
Facebook. Yes, dude.
Good job.
That's a really big success.
Celebrate that victory.
Celebrate
That's
that.
one of many. That's awesome, dude.
100 new leads
Wow.
from one post on Facebook.
That's
Hell yes.
crazy.
For everyone watching, that's the free traffic method that we're teaching on YouTube. It works on Facebook or anywhere else, and I love that it's working, man. That's awesome. Let's see. Do I need to buy expensive software to make all this work? Definitely not. We want to teach you guys how to get started for very cheap, if not free. There are a few pieces that you got to set up, and there's paid versions and free versions, so we're going to show you both. Let's see. Do I need any prior marketing experience? Definitely not. Do I need to buy expensive software? We covered that. Can I see all your email templates that make money? Absolutely. That's going to be a big part of the course. We have a whole library, and I'm putting it together right now from all my swipe files from over the years, all the best performing emails. and I want to give it to you in like a template sort of form so that it can apply to almost anything you want to sell. But I'm going to walk you through word for word a lot of emails that work. So you're going to get a lot of word for word examples, a lot of templates, a lot of like done for you, like here's how to set it up. We find that really saves time and cuts down on overwhelm. Are your ClickBank screenshots for real? People keep asking that. Yes, absolutely. Did you really make $8,800 in your first month without paying for traffic? Yes, we did. And if you want to see how, we did a bunch of free YouTube videos on that. Obviously free, YouTube's all free, but on Brad's channel, just breaking down the strategy that we used. And it seems like it's working for a lot of people, you know, like Vincent. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? I know that response. We've had the same response. We're like, how the hell do we get this many leads in one day? Is this real?
Yeah, we just had...
Where'd they come from?
We had a day where we got like 100 leads just a couple days ago.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. Must just be from YouTube videos.
Yeah, YouTube is powerful.
The crazy thing about YouTube videos too is like they never get fewer views. Like they only ever grow. And the more people like it, the faster and the bigger they'll grow.
Yeah, that's kind of becoming our favorite method for the free traffic. We're going to be putting a lot of effort into that over the next year. Just every time you make a new YouTube video, it's now an asset on your channel that will be there for as long as YouTube is around. And if it's good, YouTube will keep testing it to more and more people. And if there's an opt-in link below that, it just grows and grows and grows. And the more videos you make like that, the better.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, Dan, what's up? Welcome. Just talking about email and business and life and free traffic, and ask anything you want. We'll be here for the next half an hour at least. Let's see. For those of you that are just joining, you know, we just launched a new product. It's called Email Ignition. You can check it out at emailignitionformula.com. And we're just teaching people how you can go from completely nothing to growing and scaling an email list, which is kind of the core of any online business right now. And in doing so, grow and scale your income with your email list. We've taught how to do how to get your first 1,000 subscribers or more for free. Looks like people are already having success. The post was in my niche group, and the post went something like this. Oh, he's sharing.
Oh, dude,
nice.
Thank you.
Yikes. Are you struggling to find products to sell on Amazon? That's a great, great opener. Just calls out exactly who should pay attention. I've created a quick Excel cheat sheet with 20 patent-checked products.
Oh, you're nailing it.
Just download it for free on my website. You know, and then there's URL here. No BS, just pure value. That's awesome, man. He's got, you know exactly what they want. You're calling it out. You're delivering it, and then handling a little objection that a lot of people probably do have on Facebook, and that's really smart of you to say, like, nope, it's not BS. It's just value, you know. I think one of my opt-ins that I also put on Facebook said, this is a totally free download with no sales pitch and no false scarcity, because I saw people in the Facebook group were complaining about those things, and so that's really smart copywriting to handle an objection right in the call to action.
Viking Marketer said, can I get a shout out for a tip? Let me tell you his tip.
Yeah.
So our Instagram master here, Samiksha, was just asking how to start building a list from Instagram. So Viking Marketer said, quick tip, do an IG story, Instagram story with swipe up, link to your lead magnet. That's a great tip.
Okay.
From Viking Marketer.
I'm going to try that.
It's a good tip.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Really appreciate it. I haven't even tried that yet. Instagram's probably the least familiar to me.
Yeah, neither of us really use it that much personally, so it's kind of like foreign territory. I use YouTube a lot.
You know, I'm willing to learn just to help people in the course who want to learn this stuff. I'll probably start an Instagram and start messing around on there and seeing how it works. I don't like getting distracted by it. It's super addictive, but yeah, powerful source of free traffic.
Yeah.
So I should probably get over that and just learn how to use it, is what I'm saying.
Right.
Thank you, Vincent. Welcome, Dan. Appreciate you guys being here. A lot of good stuff going around.
Could you post that in the Facebook group just to show people a great example?
Yeah, it's an awesome post to make. You know, just offering direct, targeted value to people that have a problem. That's just marketing 101. Hey, do you have this problem? I have the solution. I promise it's free. Here you go. And then once they get on your email list, obviously we're going to be teaching about this for the next few weeks, but once they get on your email list, you take that one little nugget that you just gave them, because obviously a list of 20 products does not solve their problems. It just kind of helps them feel good about that one checkpoint, you know. Most beginners are probably stuck like, what products do I sell? How do I know they're good? You know?
Yeah, that's a great.
So that's a great one,
thing.
you know. For affiliate marketers, we've seen people, or like the SEO one, it was just like, oh, here's a list of niches that are profitable. Check them out, you know. We should probably do that for our email stuff. Like that's one opt-in that I'm going to create for the affiliate side. Hey, if you're just starting, a big stumbling block is like, I don't know what niche to select. And then from there, I don't know what product to select.
By the way, Vincent, you're going to be promoting Kevin David's program, right? So it's like a few $1,000s, I think you were saying.
Okay.
In the FBA space.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That's going to be great. And so you should be part of the bubble of self-improvement that will be coming, that is kind of starting now, but it's going to really scale up into December, January, and February.
Yes.
So, because people are going to be thinking about, like, how do I improve my life around New Year's? So definitely, I say just go for it. Go for that niche and just hit it hard. Like, start finding out all of the things that people struggle with, all the questions they have. You know.
No, not Kevin David.
Oh, not Kevin David. Okay, cool.
I think I saw it. I looked at your site.
Well then, forget everything I just said.
Whatever it is, I'm sure it's good.
Yeah.
Dan says, how do you continue to find solid offers to promote on your email list? It's a great question. Thanks for asking. We're kind of on both sides. We make our own products, but we also sell affiliate products. So I would much rather sell my own stuff, but sometimes it's just, I've been selling it so much, you know, we need something new. We need something different. For that, let's see. For beginners, wherever you're finding offers, like let's say you go on ClickBank and you're working through different offers. We look for offers with a high gravity score. That just means other affiliates are promoting it. A lot of different affiliates are promoting it. So it's likely to be a winner, and I'll test it out and see. I also, the more advanced level of that, it's actually not advanced, just a lot of people don't talk about it because it's more traditional business. It's not like the online stuff, but just I have a network of affiliates that every time I find a new offer or like meet a new person, if they have an offer, I'll promote it and we'll form a connection. Hey, I'll promote yours, you promote mine. Let's see how it does. And, you know, there's a whole affiliate game of a lot of big companies that just have affiliate managers. And when you find out they have a product, they're not necessarily open to everyone, but if you just contact the affiliate manager, they'll hook you up with all their stuff and get you an account and sign you up. And so I just find those people and become their friends. And, you know, if you're sending them leads and trying to make sales for them, they're happy to help you. And then if it does well, now they're in my rotation. Like I have a rotation of products that I regularly promote that I know do well. And so if I haven't promoted it in a few months and I don't know what else to promote, you know, I've got a short list of stuff that usually converts pretty well. Also, once you start talking to affiliate managers, like just go on ClickBank to some of the top offers. They'll have an email or even a website for affiliates. Reach out to that email and start a conversation. Say, hey, I'm here. This is my name. I've got this list. I want to promote your product. Like, could you help me out? And most of them will get back to you. If they're big enough, they should have a dedicated affiliate manager that will talk to you and help you. And if it does well, you know, you could ask them. It's always good to promote someone else first, you know, like giving the value first. But then if it does well, you can also be like, hey, you know, I've got a product as well. Would you like to promote it? Like I recently launched a product in dating and mostly off of affiliate relationships that I have. So it's kind of like just a game of, all right, now that I've mailed for this offer and I've talked to this actual person at the company, now they're in my rotation. And the cool thing is a lot of big companies do regular contests. So a lot of times my promo schedule is dictated by who's having a contest on what dates. So the commissions for their offers are raised. So it's a whole different game. But once you find certain offers, take that next step to contact the affiliate manager and actually form a relationship. It can be really, really beneficial. A lot of them will bump your commissions. A lot of them will hook you up, and it's really simple.
And the only ticket to admission is that you have a list.
Yeah.
If you have a list in their niche, they're happy to talk to you. If you're just somebody who doesn't have any sort of asset, they're gonna be like, I don't have my time. I don't have time.
Right.
But if you're like, hey, I got 5,000 people, 2,000 people.
You could honestly just say, hey, I'm aggressively building a list.
Yeah.
In this niche. You don't even have to tell them how much, how many people. If you have a big list, definitely tell them because that's attractive. But you don't have to say anything. You just be like, hey, I'm building a list in this niche. You know, I'd love to promote you guys and test you out. Like, can you give me some swipes? Typical affiliate stuff, they'll give you email swipes. You should modify them for your own list, but they'll help you out in as much as they can. Let's see, we got a few more here. I was thinking the same. I'm 100% all in, destroy this niche. That's a great attitude, man.
Yeah.
I know you're going to do that.
Yeah.
I know it's going to work. Company I'm promoting also have very high ticket offers, 600 top commission, and it goes as low as 183. That's
great.
Dude, you're already in the game. My commission will be big while also helping people with a badass product. So it feels awesome.
Awesome.
You're right on the path, man. That's awesome. Dan says, thanks. What are your thoughts or experiences with solo ads? Good question, man. Great question. You're coming in hot with the questions, Dan. I appreciate it. I have had bad experience, even recently.
Hey, James. Sorry.
Buying solo ads off of like public sites like Udemy or just anywhere where like solo ad people are just selling like, hey, I'll send you this many clicks for this much money. And the reason for that is that I've had bad experience is it's really easy to get the clicks and the opt-ins, but none of them bought anything. None of them even open or click my next email. They're not very qualified. That doesn't mean everyone on Udemy sucks or that they don't have good lists, but they won't tell you up front, this is where I'm building my list, and here's where you could opt in and see if you like it or not. The next level of the solo ad game, which I would like to get into, I don't have experience in this, but this is where I'm headed, is contacting other list owners one-on-one. They're not listing their rates in a marketplace, but, you know, let's say we're in, what was that guy talking about yesterday? Soccer, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say we're in the soccer niche and we're selling like soccer cleats or something, or, you know, soccer gear, soccer training, like some kind of sports thing. If you can actually go around to different websites and see the ones that are building a list, like, hey, here's a YouTube channel about soccer and they're building an email list. Here's a blog about it. They have an opt-in. They're building a list. You find a bunch of people that are building lists. Maybe here's a sports channel that's all about, like a media channel that's all about soccer, and they're building an email list. Whatever that is in your niche. And then you can actually contact those people and say, hey, do you do paid advertising? I'd love to hear your rates. And a lot of them are building that list specifically to sell you solo ads. But now you can actually get on their list first and see if it's quality. You know, are these good emails? Like, is this the kind of thing that I would want my customers to see? You know, do I get a sense that this is a quality list or just one of those churn and burn lists where nobody even opens or interacts with it? And how often do they promote stuff? What kind of stuff do they promote? You know, do I fit in? So you can kind of pre-research, is this a quality list, and negotiate with them and see if it's going to work for you. I really want to get into that because if you find a good one, it's instant traffic, and if it converts, you know, it's just a game changer.
Very fast scaling
Massive
technique.
Fast, yeah.
We both want to learn solo ads. Neither of us.
Right.
I've tried a few solo ads. Same thing. Like I think I got some sales, but they were like real weird, salty customers, and
yeah, they weren't quality.
yeah. So
solo ads are cool, but we're looking into ways to really vet the quality of the list before we invest money in it. So we'll keep you posted on how that goes because it's definitely something we're doing.
Freedom Hustler says, how do solo ads work? Do you write the email? So you can either write the email yourself, or a lot of times you can just give them a link and they'll create an email for you.
I would absolutely prefer to write my own email. Just, I get more control. You know, if you're buying solo ads, we're testing something. We're testing a source of traffic. And so I want as much control over that test as possible. So I would probably, if they would let me write the email, I would definitely write it. If I was a list owner, however, I might want to modify that email to fit the voice of my list. So that's part of a back and forth in negotiating.
So I don't know much about the solo ads, but I think they're probably not the same kind of list that we're used to building.
Yeah.
I don't think they're personality and relationship based. I think these people are really, really good at just plowing people through these giant lead gen campaigns, however they do it. And they're getting like hundreds of thousands or millions or whatever, and then they divvy up.
Just playing the
like, I
numbers.
don't think they're like, hey, sign up to my list because I'm Brad and you really like me. I think they're like, you know, opt in to get a free coupon or whatever.
Right.
And so they collect lots of people. That's my impression so far, but I actually don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. So
yeah, it's a different game, and we're learning it as we go.
But I love that higher level thinking though of like, I mean, email lists work. We know that. So why not just find a way to get somebody who you know does have a quality list and just see what they would charge? Yeah. Maybe they've never even thought about it, but like, hey, could I give you $500 to? It's kind of like influencer, like buying sponsorships on Instagram, right? Like, hey, can I give you $500 to drop a link?
My T-shirt, drop my link, whatever. Dan says, I have a marketer that's constantly promoting offers. He's made quite a bit of money, and I think his audience would be good for me. That's awesome, man. Contact him and see if he'll do a solo ad for you. Just it's like a back and forth negotiating. Usually they charge by how many clicks they're going to send you. So they'll guarantee like a certain amount of clicks, and if they can't give you that many clicks, they'll remail. It's a whole game. I think solo ads are a bit shady. I'd prefer building my list the right way. That's my opinion, but I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm still open-minded.
Let's stick to what we do know. And
exactly.
like you said, you're gonna destroy this one niche. Like focus is powerful. I know we all get distracted by solo ads, Bing ads, Facebook ads, like SEO, YouTube. What do we do? Like just pick something. If you want to master solo ads, go find the best solo ads course, learn all about it, watch all the YouTube videos about solo ads. You're going to know more stuff. If that's if that kind of model really works for you, figure it out. But you don't need solo ads. I mean, it's just another traffic source. Once you have a list,
it's a source of paid traffic that has its own pitfalls, as we found, but also can be really profitable when you find the right list to work with.
Yeah.
So that's the game, just figuring out who the right list is for your product, your niche, all that. But once you get it, it's a great scaling technique. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, totally. I mean, once you build the machine, like the email ignition formula is about building this ecosystem. I think somebody said on our last video, it's a machine. It's like all you need to do once you get it set up, you just need to pump more people into it, more qualified people,
Put gas in the machine.
Yeah, exactly. So it becomes pretty simple.
I picked Facebook and just Facebook. Enough people on here. Also some YouTube.
That's a great thinking.
Just focus on that till you nail it. And then once you master it, then you could try some new things.
Viking Marketer says, it's better to create your own to pre-qualify. Okay. And then Viking Marketer says that was me. Oh, like on the last stream?
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Man. I feel like building a list today.
Yeah.
So many ways. Let's see. Well, any more questions, throw them out there, guys.
Yeah, this is really fun. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Good to hang out with you guys. We're still doing the launch. We're really excited at the response we've had so far. It's been even better than our wildest expectations. Yeah. And we are closing it down tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow night.
So for everyone that's watching in the group on YouTube, we're closing down tomorrow night, and we're going to take the group of people that we have and anyone else that joins tomorrow.
Or today.
And we're going to walk you through our whole formula for building the machine that we just described. From ground zero, if you don't know anything, to having a machine that you can profitably put solo ads or Facebook ads or YouTube or anything else and grow it under your own control, which is super fun when it starts to work.
Viking Marketer, that comment got flagged by YouTube, but I allowed it anyways. He said, yeah, you bastards.
Dan, with solo ads, the goal is to make their list into your list with an opt-in. Absolutely. That way you can keep promoting down the road with email marketing. Absolutely, that's the goal. Actually, the fastest way ever invented to build an email list is to go to someone else that already built a list and have them email to yours.
Yeah.
The only downside is they need to be quality. We've had experiences where we did get a lot of opt-ins, but they never really interacted or did anything else. So, got to figure that out. But if you have a quality list, like a JV partnership, and they will mail to your opt-in or to your product, boom. That's, I've built lists that way. The downside to that is I had to create a product. I had to make it worth their while that they would get an affiliate commission if they mailed. But once you have that, man, it's the highest quality traffic that I've found.
Also, I wanted to mention, a lot of people were asking, so we added a split pay option for the course. So if that was something that was keeping you on the fence about whether or not to join, you can pay in 2 payments. So check that out.
Yep.
Click on the link in the description below the video, or go to emailignitionformula.com before Sunday night.
Yep. So we're teaching all of that. Yes, there's a 2-pay option. So for those of you that want to split the payment, there are also going to be a ton of bonuses that we're adding. One is the $1 million swipe file. It's just all of our email templates over the years. I have over 100 of them. So that it makes writing emails super easy. We're going to talk about affiliate marketing secrets. So more advanced stuff that we're talking about right now on how to build an email list and sell affiliate products in pretty much any niche. So you could have a machine and then duplicate that machine to different niches that you want to do affiliate marketing in. Info marketing, that's creating your own product if you have it or you want to create it. We're not gonna teach everything about how to create a product because that's a huge deal. But if you have a product or you want to create it, the strategy to market to your own list is a little different. The coaching sequence, this is just a simple 7-day email sequence that I came up with a few years back when I was selling coaching over the phone to one of my companies that I worked with. And just by warming them up through email in the right sequence, the closing rate on the phone went from like 1 out of every 4 to 12 out of 13.
That's amazing.
Just an insane closing rate because they were the only people that got through that sequence were the most qualified, super hot people that were ready to go. It made selling really easy. It wasn't even a sales call. It was like, hey, so do you want to join or not? And they're like, fuck yeah. And then conversion crack is just all of our little tricks that we figured out over the years, different little settings to tweak or buttons that most people don't use because they're more finely tuned, but actually can really improve your conversions and help you out a lot. So all of that plus the whole formula, but it's disappearing tomorrow night at midnight. Vincent says, do you guys review email swipes? I'll happily pay you if you could look at my email swipes and review them. Sure, man. Send me a message. I'd be happy to talk to you about that. Let's see. Hi, I tried emailignitor.com but found no offer. Please repeat URL. Sorry, Alfred. It is emailignitionformula.com. It's written on the YouTube channel, but you can't see that. I'll write in the chat here.
Can you type that little bubble?
Yep. Here we go. Hold on. I'm putting it in now. I'm on my phone. It's just a little clunky.
You might get some emojis.
Yep. Crap.
Has anyone ever done YouTube or Facebook Live for marketing? We're kind of new to this, but it's basically amazing.
Too many keyboards.
It's really fun. Seems to, people really like it, enjoy it. To be fair, I've been doing it for a while just as on the other side before I started going live myself. I participated in a lot of Alex Becker live streams, a lot of Dan Brock, the Deadbeat Super Affiliate live streams. So I like it. I like the experience. So, but I wasn't sure if anybody would show up to ours, but you have, and I really appreciate it. And it's really fun.
I'm learning about solo ads from someone named Igor. He's got a podcast called List Building Lifestyle, which is pretty good so far. That's awesome, man. I'll check that out. Cool to see other people, like how they're teaching email list building and what they're doing. And I've actually seen that guy's name in like solo ad forums. So he's clearly a big deal with solo ads. We should get to know this guy. Could be cool.
There's a really terrible joke I heard from one of my friend's dads when we were a kid that I'm reminded of right now, and I'm going to tell it.
Okay.
He was like, yeah, I like to sing solo. Solo that nobody can hear me.
That's so bad. So bad. Alfred says, be careful with GDPR. Absolutely. We're going to talk about that in the course. I'm going to make some YouTube videos coming up soon, too. That'll be part of it. It's one of those things that seems really confusing, and we want to just show you guys how to be compliant and on top of it. Because every now and then, the laws change about email and spam, and you got to know what they are. Otherwise, your emails will stop getting delivered. Let's see. Let's say you give away a tutorial video series as a bribe to attract prospects. Will this affect sales on the list since you're giving something high value
Such
for
a
free?
great question.
Yeah, that's an awesome question.
Connor, I can't wait to hear your response because you speak about this all the time, and he's helped me to understand this a lot better.
So, if you're giving away a video series, I think that's too much for an opt-in. The best opt-ins can be consumed quickly. So, however, you know, if it was just one video tutorial, that'd be cool. If it's a series, we've actually seen companies that we've worked for have done that, and they didn't get as many opt-ins as they could have. It wasn't the most targeted, simple opt-in. And yeah, if you do start giving away a lot of that stuff, high-value stuff for free, you will attract people that like free stuff, which means they are either broke or don't want to pay you. That doesn't mean not to give away good value, but the best opt-in that you could give away for free to build your list is going to be a video series. Just seems too long to me. It sounds like it's going to take someone a long time to go through that. Usually the best opt-ins will naturally lead to something to sell right afterwards. And if it takes them too long to go through that, they're not going to be around when you want to sell them something. And it's just people want answers and they want them fast. They don't really want to watch a video series. They don't really want to read your opt-in. They want the result that you're promising. You know, we were talking about this earlier. They don't want to buy a drill. They want a hole in wood. They want what the drill produces. They want what your video series produces. And the faster you can give them that, the more valuable it actually is. So just because it's a long video series doesn't mean that it's high value. The value is not in how long something is. It's in how quickly it produces a result for the person that you're promising. And the faster you can do that, actually the more valuable it is, and the better an opt-in it is, because they're going to get their fix. They're going to say, ooh, that's a cool, you know, whatever the tutorial is. Like, that's a great thing. I want to learn that. And in 5 minutes, I got it. I feel really good now. What else? If it takes them too long, the value actually goes down. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So be careful on that. Feel free to share in the group, or you know, if you join the course, I'd be happy to just go through your whole opt-in funnel and review it with you and make it work better. But hopefully that makes sense. And thanks for asking that question.
Freedom Hustler has an additional question for that.
Okay.
If I give a free PDF or cheat sheet, how long in pages should it be?
Try to make it one page. There's no hard and fast rule, but the faster someone can go through it, the better. Also, PDFs and cheat sheets are really cool because, especially in like the marketing niche or like making money or anything else, people like to print stuff out and have it on their wall, you know, like as a guide. We're going to give you guys a lot of stuff like that for email ignition formula. And sometimes I found it really valuable to just print it out, put it on my bulletin board as like a guideline for when I'm working, just as a visual. So there's ideally one page, but you know, a couple. If you go 1 or 2 or 3 pages, just think, if I was downloading this myself, could I skim through it and get the point and get the result of it really fast? If it takes too long, the conversion's gonna dip. Yes, we got the. Thanks for sharing that, Al. Just the URL to the course. Something like a cheat sheet may be best. Absolutely.
Yep.
Great. Yeah.
Cheat sheets
Thanks,
work
Max.
great.
I hope that helps you. I noticed that like 98% of people are lazy and want instant gratification. So I optimized for that and it worked great. Fuck yes. That's exactly a good way to think for marketing. It's not even a negative thing. We don't want to like judge people because they're lazy, but just there's so many distractions on the internet. Just the fact that you guys are still here watching after an hour puts you in like the top 0.1% of people that pay attention.
Yeah. And
thank you for paying attention and being here with us. But most people that you're marketing to won't do that. Their attention spans are short. Just the fact that we are on the internet, it's designed to keep your attention, you know, constantly doing a bunch of stuff. There's a million browser tabs. There's so many things screaming at you all the time that you got to do. And so the faster you can capture attention and move it into something, the better. And if it takes too long, yeah, your conversions will go down. But when people get that instant gratification, you can actually hold their attention for longer and keep going and keep going. And the best possible way to do that, and with the most control, is having an email list. That's why we do it. Let's see.
Viking Marketer says, that's so true. I hate 50 hours of videos just to make it seem valuable.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, guys, isn't the CF the easiest and fastest funnel builder? Yes, I think ClickFunnels is the best and fastest funnel builder.
Okay. Also the most expensive, though.
Also the most
so there are other
expensive.
options. But yeah, they're the best.
Viking Marketer says, look at magazines and see what their sub-headlines are for good ideas for quick and good lead magnets. That's a great
that's a great tip. I like
tip.
that. Yeah, any mainstream publication like a magazine, you know, their headline writers are, you know,
they're very tuned into that niche as well, right?
Yeah, especially a niche magazine. Yeah, like this is what people are talking about, what they care about. These are the words that they use to describe it. Good copywriting. Good copywriting tip. If you haven't seen Connor's sales video on his channel on YouTube, it's a must-see, and I think it relates to the topic just talked about.
It's awesome. Thanks for sharing
man.
it.
Appreciate that. I'll share that later if you guys are interested. Thanks for the shout-out, man. I appreciate it. Totally right on that. The video ads I use are like super crazy high energy, but they convert crazy because we get people's attention.
Nice.
That's exactly what it is, man.
Yep.
You got to capture attention as much as you can and tell them what to do.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk a lot about how to do that with email. In the third course inside Email Ignition Formula, it's going to be all about copywriting. It's going to take this whole mystical copywriting thing and just make it super simple. That's how it starts. It's just capturing attention and getting them pumped up. You know, people, you were saying this yesterday in the mastermind meeting, people, 98% of people are walking around all day bored and they need something to do. They need something to think about. They want something to get excited about. So that's what copywriting can do, is just bring out some excitement, some energy, some emotion, tap into whatever that's within them that they're not normally feeling because they're just going through their day. And good marketing can capture their attention and spark them to do something. And people are glad to do it. They're excited when they have something to do that's going to benefit them or they can be a part of. And you get to do that every day or more with your email list. And the better you get at that, the more your email list loves you. Because people are very resistant to sales pitches. They're resistant to being advertised. They're being marketed at constantly all day long. They hate it. But when you can just take a little bit more time to understand, once you get their attention, what do you do with it? Like, what do they want to listen to? What do they care about? Suddenly they're going to love you and not even think of you as an advertiser, just as their buddy that's helping them, even though you're copywriting the shit out of it. Get them imagining what their life can be like. Exactly. That's all good marketing that we want to do with you guys. Is they're at point A, wherever they're at, feeling some kind of frustration or problem or, you know, things that they wish they had, and you're going to describe to them how they could be at point B, the result that they're getting. How do they get there? Well, they're going to buy the product you're offering. That's the way you do it.
What's up, Francois? Thanks for joining us.
What's up, man? Welcome. We're just answering questions about email marketing, about our course. Anything you guys want to ask, just throw it out there. It's been great so far. The ads go something like this. Hey, watch here. Blah, 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 blah. Click here, and it works. Simple is best. Just tell them what to do. Tell them what's in it for them, obviously. Man, I can't wait to start teaching this course. It's going to be fun. Is this working?
What?
Oh, yeah, okay.
Are we going to be puppy dogs or something?
No.
Oh, I thought it was going to be like
cool,
a filter.
Can we do that?
I don't know.
Still learning how to do this live stuff.
Yeah. Let's click the map. Ooh, all right. You're in for a treat.
Ah, yeah.
Wait.
Oh my god.
What about me?
I don't know. This is weird. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh man, they must think we're idiots on YouTube.
You're missing out if you're on YouTube right now.
Oh,
all right, this is our new Facebook Live format.
Okay. So,
oh.
Hey guys. Nice.
Very serious business email marketing. Yes.
So, more questions. Do you guys do the Soap and Seinfeld sequences? Okay, yeah. So that's a great question. The soap opera thing, I think Russell Brunson teaches that, or maybe Andre Chaperone.
Came from Andre Chaperone.
Okay.
Russell Brunson brought it to a new audience in his funnel hacking, whatever.
I don't personally. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I just found that the whole idea of a soap opera sequence is that you're going to take them from day one and then leave them hanging, and then they got to pick up again on day 2 and day 3. And it kind of depends on someone reading all of your emails in order, which we found just doesn't happen. Not everyone is always going to read all of your emails every day.
Mm-hmm.
And if they miss one of those emails in the sequence, they might not get the full effect. I know that works for some people. Maybe it's just a different niche, but it's never worked for me, and I don't do it. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but trying to ask someone to follow a sequence of emails is just, I think it's taking their attention for granted too much. One thing that we teach, that what we do in our emails and copywriting, is we never assume that everyone's paying attention all the time. We assume that somebody just joined and doesn't know anything, and we have, this is our first point of contact. And if they missed the last few emails in the sequence, then it's going to lose its effect. I do have a sequence that I use, but each one of the emails kind of stands on its own. So even if you only read one of them, you'd still get an impact.
It's like you're a master copywriter or something.
I just found, like, we never want to take our audience's attention for granted.
It's an advanced tip.
We never want to assume that everyone's going to read every email that we wrote just because we wrote them. And I've just seen, I'm sure that the soap opera sequence, like the way Andre Chaperone does it, is probably amazing and it's probably really tight. But I've seen so many people just bastardize it and ruin it over the years.
Misinterpret the message.
And they get way too into their own story and they talk too much about themselves, which is only relevant in the context of what's in it for you and how's that going to help you. And I changed my style to, let me just help you and tell you what you need directly. And conversions went up. That's all.
I'll tell you what I need, what I really, really need. Viking Marketer says, I personally hate it. Are you talking about the soap opera sequence?
Yeah.
I want info now about the topic I opted in for. I hate those. Oh, I just walked the dog and it pooped on the neighbor's lawn.
Yeah, like a lot of people are writing emails, especially the people talking about the soap opera sequence. They think that people really care a lot about their story, but they forget only if their stories, and stories are really hard to do well. Stories are one of the most powerful things you can use to sell something, but they have to be done really well. Most people are not good at them, and they end up just blabbing on and on about themselves and their own lives and how their dog pooped on the lawn, and like, no one cares. No one cares about who you are and what your story is until you've shown what's in it for them, what's going to help them. And the more I focus on that, the more my open and clicks and sales go up. So I just do that.
Vincent's got an interesting question.
Oh, nice. When and how did you guys meet, and why do you live together? Hey, that's a great question, man. Back to normal. We actually met working for a company, one of the top marketing companies out there. Had a couple winning, like, #1 products on ClickBank that probably still do, actually. We were living in LA. We started working for this internet marketing company. We since referred to it as the company that shall not be named.
Yeah.
I'll tell you more if you guys are really interested.
I think I was the first person who taught Connor about email copywriting. Yeah. I remember sitting in a coffee shop and being like, all right, Connor, so we need you to write some emails. And it's kind of weird. It's not like normal writing. And you, of course, like you always do, you just were like, all right, I'm going to dive in. I'm going to figure this out. Probably read Andre Chaperone's thing or something back then.
Yeah, totally.
And then you started writing emails quite frequently. The company hired you to write some books.
Yeah, I was writing a lot of content, and they hired me to be a coach. So I just kind of danced around the copywriting thing for a while, and then I just got tired of coaching and realized that didn't make a whole lot of money. And so I started actually learning how to do phone sales, where we sold these coaching programs that were like $3,500 to $5,000. You really need to get someone on the phone to make that sale. And then we had a whole process that I learned that was really powerful. And then I just decided to go all in on copywriting and learn how to do copywriting, sales, build email lists, all of that. And I didn't know where to start, so I just leveraged my network from that company. I knew a lot of people in the same industry, and they're always, if you know how to do copywriting, you'll always have work. People will always want to hire you because it's a valuable skill. So I got a bunch of clients and started running their email list and doing their copywriting. And that kind of leaves off, we told the rest of that story on our first YouTube video about email, where I was saying I used to work for all these clients and I was making okay money but still struggling, and I didn't really make good money for myself until I took all that skill and did my own list. Which brings us to now. Why
do we live together? That's a great question. Because of FaceTime. I was seeing one of the upsurges in my entrepreneurial career, and what I always want to do when I start to get a little more successful is I love to travel. That's why I'm the Nomad Brad. Like I haven't lived anywhere before Austin for about 5 years. I was just kind of like traveling around and staying with different people. And anyways, so I was like, all right, time for me to go nomading again. And I had two of my best friends were living together in New Orleans, but I didn't know, yet that's where I wanted to go. I was considering it. And then it was like 3 a.m. one night, and I got this FaceTime from Connor and our other really good friend who were at the time roommates in New Orleans. And this FaceTime came up, and I was like, 3 a.m. FaceTime with Connor? All right, let's do it. And they basically convinced me to come stay with them in New Orleans. Mm-hmm. And then while we were in New Orleans, we were both talking about Austin and thought it'd be really cool. Plus, we were just really good friends from working at that company before, and we thought, we both really want to focus on our business right now. We want to take it seriously, so it would be a really good fit for roommates. And yeah, so that's why we live together. Because, we talk about marketing and sales and tech stuff. Like, it would be frustrating, for average people to hear about it all the time. But we love it. We just can't stop talking about it. It works really, really well to help both of us get better at business.
Yeah.
Connor recommends awesome resources to me. I've recommended things to him. Mm-hmm. And now we actually have a business together. So it's really awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, and we don't have an office or a place to go. Mm-hmm. So it's nice to share the same apartment. And we have an apartment complex, so there's an office space over there with a whiteboard and a nice roof. Mm-hmm. It's maybe starting to rain soon. We might do a live on the roof next time.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of cool stuff that helps us to be productive. But yeah.
Thanks for the question.
Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. We've been doing marketing stuff forever, and we always talked about working together on some project. So now we're doing it. It's really working well. Dan says, who are your copywriting mentors? Probably the best mentor was this guy named Fran Rangel. He's not super famous or well known. He doesn't really he has a lot of pen names, so I don't want to reveal it, but his name's Fran. He runs a company called Enrich Marketing, really successful, multi-million-dollar company. And he just taught me a lot about copywriting, about writing video sales letters, about writing emails. I worked for the guy for about 2 years, and he just gave me a wealth of knowledge. The best way to learn anything is just by being in the trenches, doing it every day, especially copywriting. Instead of just practicing on your own and reading, but actually sending emails and seeing what works, what actually makes sales, what actually drives people to buy something, in real time, through trial and error and success and failure.
We've both also had coaching calls from some of the best copywriters in the industry.
Yeah, I was writing a VSL, that's a video sales letter, for a client of mine. And he actually, as part of working with him, he paid for me to get trained by this guy, Chris Haddad, another really well-known
amazing
copywriter.
Marketer. Really amazing
copywriter. An amazing copywriter, marketer. Just 2 hours on the phone with that guy, ripping apart my sales letter and telling me why it sucked was probably one of the most transformational things I've ever done. Just to hear from a guy who is such a high-level copywriter that he speaks in copy.
Yeah.
And the words that come out of his mouth just naturally, it's recorded. I've listened to it many times. He's writing copy as he talks. It's so cool. So, yeah, Fran Rangel and Chris Haddad. I don't know if you guys know who that is. Chris Haddad's a little more famous. Mm-hmm. People probably have heard that name. Just having them critique my stuff, it was incredible. I get it. I love a partnership like that. I'm looking for my partner, man. I can't really talk to anyone about marketing, sales, tech, and all that good stuff, but I love it.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't know where you're at or where you live, but come to Austin. It's full of people like this.
Yeah.
They all, somehow every internet marketer has decided that Austin would be the place to live. That's why we moved to Austin, Texas. There's a weekly party or monthly party called the Internet Marketing Party, which is full of people like us talking about marketing and sales. Come visit sometime if you've never been. Dan says, I've heard of Chris before. Yeah, he's a pretty big deal copywriter. Seriously, just 2 hours, one-on-one with that guy, reading my copy and telling me why it sucked made me such a better copywriter. It's not even funny.
I'd say I've probably I guess I didn't learn a whole lot from him, but I just really love the guy, David Garfinkel.
Oh, yeah,
he's
he's
like
awesome.
one of the best copywriters out there. And one time I just went and hung out at his place, and we just like smoked cigars and drank whiskey. And
Oh, that's awesome.
so I think I probably should have gotten more training from hanging out with all those guys, but
Yeah, yeah.
we've you know brushed with some of the best, and I think Connor's one of the best as well. So
Thanks, man.
you might not. I mean, we're building our reputations now, but yeah.
Yeah, I love doing copywriting. I didn't want to make my whole career like to be a pro copywriter. There is a path for that where you just like get really, really good at writing copy and people hire you, and the better you are, the more money you charge, you know. I think Chris' dad is like $1,000 an hour to be on the phone with him. And I'm so lucky because I was working for someone else who paid for me to get coached by that, which is awesome. But I didn't want to just be a pro copywriter. I like building the whole system. Like we're both like the guys who want to build machines, and copy is a part of that. Let's see. I just moved to San Diego because that's where I've heard a lot of internet marketers are here.
They are.
Another great city. We actually lived there before, in like the downtown area. When we were working for this company together, they actually had an office in downtown San Diego. Great place for marketing.
Glenn is there, I think.
That's
Glenn
where they have.
Ledwell,
Who's Glenn?
Australian dude.
Ah, okay. Awesome.
Mate, you never
Nice.
heard of it.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's in San Diego.
He does Mind movies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, those guys are awesome. I forgot about him. Like
Rich.
we went out drinking one night in New Orleans. That guy was awesome.
He's amazing.
He's hilarious.
There's some great internet marketers in
San Diego's a great place to be, though. You're gonna love it.
Also, Traffic and Conversion Summit happens
Yeah,
there every
exactly.
year.
The main digital marketers traffic and conversion is it February?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so
Definitely go.
We might go to that this year. So
Yeah, even if you
hopefully
just
this
hang
year.
out at the bar, you'll meet a lot of really, really,
Yes.
really cool people.
Just hanging out at the bar there without a ticket is one of the best things you could ever do. Trying to look for meetups for internet marketers, hell yeah, man.
Good place.
You're on the right track. Do that. And definitely in San Diego, they're everywhere.
Also, start building your Facebook group
Yes.
of internet marketers. Then you'll have a meetup all the time.
Vincent, I'm from the Netherlands, planning to move to the U.S. in 2019. I'm looking at L.A., Houston, or Austin. Hey, right on, man. Keep us posted.
Nederlander.
Yeah.
That's in German. I don't know.
Yep. Yeah, it's funny being internet marketers. It is really important to get together in person, not on the internet. You know, like there's something different that happens when you're in the same room with people. Things happen a lot faster. There's no waiting. There's just like a different energy, which is funny because most other businesses are like, yeah, that's why we have an office. But people like us hate offices. And we hate corporate stuff. But the downside is you still need to be in a room talking to people, in a mastermind, in a meeting, at a party, just anything at all. So you guys are on the right track. That's really important.
Got some YouTube things over here.
Right on.
Viking Marketer.
We're talking about emails.
Sounds like you write the emails I like. Samiksha says, guys, suggest some motivational movies I'm planning to watch now.
Nice. Okay.
Do you know any motivational movies?
Motivational movies? I don't know. Not in terms of like films, but there's tons of YouTube channels.
Yeah.
Planning to watch motivational movies. I would just start on YouTube. I don't really watch a lot of motivational stuff. I don't know.
You could watch the documentary about Tony Robbins. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that was
I'm Not
cool.
Your Guru.
Right.
I
I would
don't
say
know.
if anyone else in the chat like has some cool motivational movies they want to share.
Yeah.
I'm drawing a blank on that. Suggest some. AI will soon make copywriters obsolete. How dare you? Never.
Freedom Hustler says, Austin, I didn't know that. I thought everyone was in Chiang Mai or Bali. I guess that's more digital nomads. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, a lot of people are like to go to Southeast Asia. The cost of living there is insanely cheap. We know a lot of marketers that live in the Philippines or Thailand. It's just beautiful, and the cost of living is nothing if you're making American currency. I never knew how the taxes worked out with that. You know, if you live in another country but you're making money in America,
You pay American taxes, but I don't know if you also
but
pay.
do you also pay tax to Thailand if you live there,
Right.
or for how long? How does the visa work? I don't know all that, but I know a lot of people do. I actually know some internet marketers that started living in Puerto Rico recently because the taxes are so friendly. If you live there like more than half the year, you get a huge break in taxes for business owners. It's like a weird thing they're doing. Let's see. Damn, I think I'll go to Ungagged next year. Is that a conference? I've heard of that.
Sounds weird.
Yeah. I think it is. We got to go to more of these conferences. Yeah, it's a digital marketing conference.
Okay.
Looks like it just passed.
What a weird name.
Yeah. In London. Okay, that's why we didn't know about it.
Dude, we should go back to London. We both got tattoos in
awesome.
London.
Yeah, we did. London's a great town.
Viking Marketer says, yeah, The Dynamic. I think there's one with... Oh, The Dynamic. Is that a movie? I think there's one with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Cody Wanner from Motivational Vlogs.
Okay.
Only poor marketers move there. Oh, probably to Southeast Asia. I don't know, man.
I would move
We
there.
know some pretty successful people that do that. It's just a different lifestyle. I know some people don't pay taxes if you're gone over a year, but I'm not American, so don't quote me on that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something we're learning right now about taxes. Actually, here's a really boring book that only matters to people like us. No one else would care about this.
It's a great sales pitch.
It's called Tax-Free Wealth.
It sounds so boring, but it's amazing.
But it's amazing. And only people like us would see the value of it.
Yeah.
Check that out if you're interested.
We got some good suggestions on movies, actually.
The Pursuit of Happiness, a classic. How do we forget about that? The Founder comes to mind.
That's a good idea. I haven't watched that.
Okay.
The Founder is about Ray Kroc, who started McDonald's.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I didn't know that. That's awesome.
That's a good idea. Check those out.
Yeah, conference. It's 2 times a year. Cool, yeah. The next one's in April. Sweet. Digital Marketing Masterclass. Actually, we really want to go to the 10X conference in Miami. That's Grant Cardone's conference. That sounds awesome. We're just big fans. There's so many conferences. We got to make some email money here so we can go to all these conferences and we'll all meet up together. That sounds fun. Cool. Well, we've been on here for about an hour and a half, and I could talk to you guys all day. But also, we got to go finish up our product and get it started because we're starting the actual product on Monday. And, well, we can't wait to see you guys inside. I hope you guys join. We've got another day that we're promoting this. You're going to get some emails from us as we close it down, just to remind you. We're going to be posting more in the group. We may do another live tomorrow if we have time. Love chatting with you guys. It's been really good. Feel free to leave any other questions you have in the comments below here if you're just catching up and you weren't able to attend live, or on YouTube as well. It's always a pleasure chatting with you guys, and just, keep the questions coming. Anything else that you want to know about Email Ignition Formula, just post up in the group, ask around. Just a quick recap. It's just 4 modules of how to build your email marketing machine, how to sell without being sleazy about it, but actually have people love giving you money, how to grow it, how to scale it, even if you're a complete beginner or if you know what you're doing already and you just want to take it to the next level. And we have a ton of awesome bonuses. You can check all of it out at emailignitionformula.com. It's been left in the comments here, URL. We've got it here on YouTube, the URL as well. It's closing down on Sunday night, so if you're interested, now's the time to take action. We would love to see you in there. We've already got an amazing core group of people that have joined, and this is the first time we've ever taught this stuff, so we're really excited to get it to you and create this product for you. And that will be starting on Monday. So.
It's going to be fun. We're going to get to hang out more inside of the live webinars. And we're going to cover a ton of content in every webinar.
It's going to be massive.
Yeah.
It's going to be everything you ever needed, a lot of stuff you didn't know, and in the proper order that you need to apply it so that you don't get overwhelmed at any different stage. And we've taken a long time, like many, many years of failure to get to this point, to figure out exactly what's necessary and all the pitfalls and all the mistakes that you don't want to do. And yeah, if you're an affiliate, if you have your own product or that you want to create one, if you have no idea at all, if you're a coach, if you have a real business that you want to get leads for, this works for all of that. And we want to show you how to do it. The best way I described it to our friend Chris the other day, who's going to be joining the program as well. He said, I've got this company. I've been getting business like word of mouth. It's working, but I have no idea how to attract new leads. And we just said, hey man, would you be excited if we could just help you create a machine that just cranked out hot leads so that every time you talk to people, they wanted to give you money. And he just started jumping up and down.
He literally did, yeah.
And so that's basically what this is. It's a machine that creates hot leads, and it could be, honestly, your income for the rest of your life. This is what pro internet marketers are always doing, is growing their list and making money from it. Pleasure talking to you guys. Thanks for replying. See you next stream or whatever. Thanks, man.
Vincent.
Hope to see you inside the program or on the next stream. Everyone else as well, thanks for being here. It's been such a pleasure.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for listening to us. Thanks for sharing your questions. Let's do it again soon.
See you soon.